You ever see things out in public that you just connect with? Maybe a sign, an item, something, and you go, "Oh, yeah, I've got a connection to that." I think we all do that. And I ran across some of that specifically regarding pipes here recently, so I thought we'd talk about that a little bit. Seemed only appropriate for this one to have the Peterson Professor from the Sherlock Holmes line. That's going to be your first clue as to something that I saw, actually something that I bought, that connects with all this. So let's get this guy lit. Let's get to talking. Now that I'm into the piping thing, obviously, right? Chances are you are too, which is why you're watching this. And certainly, if you like this kind of thing, we'd love to have you click subscribe. Have some fun with us over here at Perkins Pipes. So now, I guess I'm not necessarily on the lookout for pipe advertisements and pipe products, but when I see them, they certainly catch my eye in a way that they wouldn't have before. For example, we were recently at a Cracker Barrel restaurant, and just happened to be the table we sat at. Lo and behold, there was some pipe advertisements. I'm going to bring those pictures up here for you. Of course, Cracker Barrel's known for their old-timey atmosphere and advertisements from a bygone era. And it was really cool to see these pipe advertisements, some of these pipe products. You even see in this one here some Medico filters. Then there's this one really neat sign about Sir Walter Raleigh. So it was cool. And I immediately took pictures of those things, partly because I was thinking about doing a video. And also because it just is like, ooh, hey, that's something that I'm into. And here's evidence of that, right? Here's signage and pictures and whatnot. And I do this with other things too. And I'm curious to see if you're maybe the same way. When I go into a record store, I always go to certain sections of the albums, the music to look through, and I get excited when I see an album that I already own. Okay, this is crazy, right? I obviously, if I see something I don't have, I might want to buy that, but I get excited because hey, this is the era of Taylor Swift and Beyonce and Noah Kahan and Hippocampus, and I know some of these names from some of the music my children listen to. So if I go into a record store and I see a Led Zeppelin album or a Deep Purple album or the Motherlode, if I see a Stryper album, I get really excited about that because it's a connection. It's a connection to me. Okay? And I do the same thing with books. You've heard me speak on this channel about the Longmire novels by Craig Johnson. I get excited when I see one of those in the library or in a bookstore. And yes, I have to admit, I am that author who goes and looks for his own stuff sometimes. And so I get excited, for example, if I'm in a Barnes & Noble or something and I see a copy of Latin for Dummies, which many of you know that I co-wrote. And just the other day, we were pulling up at the drive-through of an Arby's, and it was over in Ohio, and they had a sign at the window where you pick up your food about some summer concert series, and lo and behold, Deep Purple is coming to Ohio, and I had to take a picture of that. Sent it to some of my friends who are Deep Purple fans. And again, in today's age where let's be honest, Deep Purple, it is not 1972 anymore, okay? Where they were reigning supreme. So to see their name, and it's a band that I like, and we connect with stuff like that. And sometimes we even purchase things. Now, one of the things I think I've shared with you before is this wonderful Prince Albert tin. Now, we all know that they don't make these anymore, and the big plastic container of Prince Albert tobacco has this ghastly logo on there, or ghastly warning about nicotine, but this is the classic little tin. I had to get this off of eBay, right? And it's the, let's see if we can get that open there. It's kind of a, let's see if we can get that in the camera. There we go. A very nice, very clean tin. But I wanted it because, I guess I may remember my dad having one of these back in the day. As you know, I like Prince Albert. In fact, that's why I'm smoking right now. So I liked seeing that and go, ooh, hey, connection, right? So, connecting to something of that I'm interested in. And then I found the coolest thing at a bookstore the other day. It is a Sherlock Holmes bookmark, and look at this. Let's see if we can get him here where you can really see him maybe in front of my face. There you go. There's Sherlock. There's the hat. There's the coat. There's the magnifying glass. And oh yeah, there is the pipe. So let's see if we can do this here. I guess we gotta come around this way. There we go. There's the pipe. And how cool is that? So I'm a book guy. Don't need another bookmark, but you know. But sure enough, it's Sherlock Holmes smoking the pipe. So I thought that was so cool. I had to pick that up. So I'm curious. What sorts of things, when you see them out in public, maybe it's a hat, a t-shirt. Oh, you see my St. Pete Beach hat and you're going, oh, hey, I've been to St. Pete Beach. Or you see a sports jersey somebody's wearing. You see a band t-shirt that somebody's wearing. You see a bumper sticker on somebody's car that connects with a place you've been or an activity that you like to do. Not always, but sometimes when I'll see maybe a family praying together at a restaurant, if it's appropriate to do so, later in the course of a meal, I might go up and say something to them and make a connection, because my family, we're Christians, and we pray before our meals as well. So I'm just curious. What are the things that you just like to see out in public that really connect with you? Okay, really connect with you, and you say, ooh, that's me, and you get excited about it. Do you deliberately wear anything or display things, again, on your car or in your office at work or whatever, kind of hoping that somebody will make that connection and find a shared interest there? So curious about that. Oh, also curious, what are some cool pipe things that you have seen just kind of out and around? Not at a pipe store. Obviously, we expect to see stuff there. But like at a Cracker Barrel or like old Sherlock here. What are some cool pipe things that you have seen or perhaps even purchased out and about? As Malcolm Guite likes to say, I do these little things in order at last to do nothing. Or as I like to say in Latin, Parva ut tandem, nihil agam. Have a wonderful day.
There was a man who walked the